And we are live. So, hello, a warm welcome to each and everyone. It's a new day, it's a new Wednesday. Thank you so much for always looking forward for our Wednesday webinars, and we appreciate your time joining in. And also, we appreciate you sharing this initiative as well to your groups and other social media platforms as we hit the goal of giving back to the community through free knowledge sharing. Because knowledge is such a treasure, and then sharing it to everyone for free is definitely a great way to give back to the community. Plus, we bring you um, two topics in one session. So that means we will minimize the time consumed, but we will maximize the information shared to you by the seasoned professionals that we invite to talk here in our platforms to share their best practices and their experiences and their fields and their chosen passion as well. So, my name is Phil, and the company that's behind this initiative is Cogent Integrated Business Solutions, which is an IT company based in Detroit, Michigan. And they just wanted to give back to the community and decided to do it in this form, in a webinar form, and giving back through free knowledge sharing. So, I'll give you a short information. Let me share my screen. So, let us talk it. Zipinars is a free knowledge sharing webinars, and this is not for profit collaborative initiative. So we don't earn anything from this. We just wanted to share the informations, or we just wanted to allow as well the seasoned professionals that we invite for them to express themselves, their passion, the knowledge they wanted to give to the general public. And let us talk it also have startup acceleration program and youth webinars and workshops as well to inspire young aspiring public speakers. And these are the associated brands in case you meet them. For Let Us Talk It, we have Cogent as well. And these are the food ecosystem related to this initiative in case you're based in Detroit, in some areas, and you manage to see them. Yeah, give them a try, definitely. And these are the associated brands as well. And also, we would like to ask your help to spread the word, share these videos, and also the upcoming invitations into your social media platforms in order to help others take advantage of this free knowledge sharing platform as well, and also to give additional visibility to our professionals in case some other groups needs the services of our guest speakers. Definitely, they can reach to them. All right. And that's about the Let Us Talk It information. And we wanted to thank you again for joining us today. And for the first topic that we have 5 networking golden tips. So, networking is a powerful tool available to us for both our personal and professional lives. However, do we truly utilize it to its fullest potential? So, this topic will be shared and discussed to us by Elizabeth Tony, and who is the CEO of Feel Good 101, creativity expert, a public speaker, and a mentor, a singer and songwriter as well. And without further ado, let me hand the microphone to Elizabeth. Please take over.
Thank you, Phil. Thank you very much. There we go. Can you all see my screen? Perfect.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. So thank you so much, Phil, for having me again. It's a real pleasure to be able to give back to the community. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to help people, to help you unleash your creativity, your authenticity, and therefore to secure your success and empower your wealth in all different areas of your life. So, in this talk, I'm going to share with you 5 networking golden tips learned from my late mother. So, grab a pen, grab a notebook. Some information that I'm about to share with you might change the way you network and improve your game. Okay? So, I don't know where you are right now, guys, with your networking abilities, perhaps, when you think about it straight away, you feel afraid of being rejected, yeah, or to not fit in during an event, or so you prefer to avoid it. Maybe you lack confidence, yeah, you don't know how to start a meaningful conversation, how to break the ice with strangers. You are overwhelmed in large groups, the crowds. You are scared to be judged, to make a poor impression. It could be also that you don't feel comfortable with self promotion, with talking about your personal accomplishments, which is understandable. I get it. I was there too. And it was hard for me to overcome all those overwhelming feeling, overwhelming challenges when it comes to networking. But I did it, thanks to my mother. But now imagine how to truly mastering the art of networking could benefit you in your life. Hear me out. You could tremendously increase your confidence, your communication skills, feeling more at ease, knowing what to say and how to be present, to present actually yourself effectively. More opportunities, partnerships, mentorships, job offers, the promotion that you wanted can be manifested through networking. Yeah. So you could gain so much visibility and credibility with consistent networking. It can help you also to stay on top of the latest trends, access to industry insights, ideas, innovation. Yeah, let me put that. There we go, like this. You have everything. There you go. So now, if this is where you are right now with networking, and if this is where you would like to go, let me take you on a journey to discovering the 5 networking golden tips learned from my late mother. So, in this new era that we're living in, networking isn't just a skill, it's a way of life. Will you agree? I guess so. And believe me, I learned this the hard way when my mother passed away 2 years ago, and I had no one anymore to do the networking for me. My mother used to be my unofficial music manager. And, if you stay with me until the end, I will tell you more. You see, networking is the art of building connections, creating collaborations, and creating opportunities that propel us forward, always. And wait, let me give you that. There you go. Bear with me a second. Da, da, da. There you go. Great. Apologize for that. Yeah, like I said to you, my mother used to be my unofficial music manager. She was always there for me. She was always talking about my music, to whoever she would meet, like the post at the post office, the public transport, anywhere she could. She will just be there sharing my music, sharing my pictures, my videos. So, guys, like I was saying, creating collaborations, creating opportunities that propel us forward, whether it's for your personal growth, your professional advancement, or simply exploring new horizon. Having a strong network, my beautiful people, is just crucial. Plus, with the technology now, it makes it a no-brainer to connect with people across the globe. We now have the ability to reach out and build relationships with people from different cultures, industries, and backgrounds. And all this with the click of a button. How wonderful is that? It's just amazing. But why is this so important? You will ask me. Because we all need each other to grow, to explore, and to fully embrace this lifetime. No one, and I say it again, no one can achieve their full potential in isolation. So, by building and nurturing a network, you are creating a strong support system that helps you to continuously learn and grow. You might already know some of the tips that I'm about to reveal, but do you apply them consistently? Let's see. So, remember, guys, before we dive in, your network is your net worth. Yeah? So, now we're going to keep it real. Let's not be delusional. Did you know that according to a study led by Princeton psychologist Janine Willis, Alexander Todorov, titled, if I remember properly, First Impressions, found that people form judgments about a person's trustworthiness, competence, likability, aggressiveness, and attractiveness within, bear with me, 1 to 10 seconds. 1 to 10 seconds. Yes, people do judge by your appearance at first, whether you like it or not. Even with the old saying, don't judge a book by its cover, the reality is different. We all do. So, one of the most important lessons that I learned from my mother is to always, always dress for success. For some of you, it might sound obvious, but how many times have you seen people arriving at networking events in their couch sofa type of clothing, and you were like, oh boy, nope, I'm not going to waste my time with this one, no matter the occasion, dress for success. You never know when a crazy opportunity might present itself, or when you might meet someone who could significantly impact your life. Now, dressing for success can be different from one person to another. Get it? And for that, choosing a look that brings your A game, that's the goal. By the way, looking good isn't just about vanity, it's also about boosting your confidence. Let me put this on the screen. Yes. So, boosting your confidence and signaling to the universe that you are open and ready to receive whatever good opportunities come your way. You're fresh, you clean, you sexy, you smart, you elegant, whatever makes you feel good. And as my mother used to say, it's better to look good, feel good, and meet no one than to look bad, feel bad, and miss out on something great. Would you agree? I guess so. Yeah. So dressing well, whether it's online or offline, it's more than just the appearance. It's about your mindset. It's about your mindset. You attract with your vibration the things you want to manifest. So it's about being prepared, ready for whatever life throws at you. So that way you can step up and make the most of every opportunity that comes your way. Does it make sense? By the way, did you know that also the colors that you are choosing can have a powerful impact on you and to whoever comes in interaction with you? For example, if you wear blue, after it depends of the shades, but if you wear blue, it can make you more reliable, more calm. If you wear red, it can show your confidence, your passion. So just have a look on Google, have a look at all the researches about it, and have fun with it because it's so vast, it's so interesting. So to resume, tip number one: dress for success. Stop going to buy your bread in PJs. We don't do that. And for the personal story, for me, I always have at the back of my mind that I might meet Brad Pitt at some point. Yes, I admit I'm a huge fan. So at any moment, I say to myself, Liz, you can meet Brad Pitt. So you have to be ready. You have to be ready because if this occasion happens and you're not ready, you will regret it for the rest of your life. So always dress for success. Right. So by now you have understood why you should always dress for success. Here is the tip number two. Tip number two. Let's talk about this really, really, really important principle in networking is age ain't nothing but a number. When it comes to networking, people, it should always be a diverse experience. My mother always emphasized with the importance of connecting with people from different ages, backgrounds, and cultures. She believed, and I'm telling you that because I've seen that with my own eyes at her funerals. More than 200 people came to say bye to her. And I was just astonished and surprised, like the diversity of the age range she has successfully reached. That was just incredible and beautiful to see, And I said, at this moment, I understood the power that lies behind this golden tip. So when you engage with younger individuals, you keep your spirit fresh, sharp, and youthful. They help you to stay in tune with current trends, and they also give you a new perspective into your life that only, I believe, that only can open the door to your mind to new ideas, new opportunities. And sometimes the older we get, and the more we have the tendency to say those grumpy with a grumpy voice, those sentences like, "Oh, it was better in my time," blah blah blah. I don't understand this new generation and yada yada. But the reality is, what you call your time, the past is gone. The past is gone. It's just a memory. And the only time that matters is now. And you are a part of it. This is your generation also. So whether you like it or not, this is your time too. You have to embrace it if you don't want to be left behind, unless this is what you want. And well, it's fair enough. You do you. But yeah, younger people often see the world in ways that we might not have considered. And that's a gift. That's a gift. On the other hand, hear me out. Connecting with older people offers you something equally valuable, you know, equally valuable in the way that, give me a moment, trying to put this. Yeah, they're bringing you wisdom, experience, insight, and guidance. They've been through the ups and downs, crazy challenges, and their insight can provide guidance and reassurance when you need it the most. And that's fantastic, you know. And also, the experiences can also remind us of the bigger picture, helping us to stay focused on what really matters. And by the way, by embracing this diversity in your network, you're not just building connections, you are constantly learning, growing, and becoming more adaptable in both your personal and your professional life. For me, it's all about creating a balanced network that offers you the best of both worlds: innovation and experience, energy and wisdom. All right. So as you continue building your network, remember, age is nothing. It's just a number. So seek out those diverse connections and watch how they can actually amplify positively your journey into networking. There's so much to gain when you embrace the full spectrum of experiences that people bring to the table. Yeah. Golden tip number three. Let's dive into a principle that is central to meaningful networking. True networking goes beyond just exchanging business cards and adding someone on LinkedIn. It's all about building genuine relationships. So, what my mother taught me is to be genuinely curious about people's stories. When you meet someone, don't just settle for small talk. Ask questions that go beyond the surface, questions that encourage deeper reflection with authentic responses. So, for example, get this. Instead of asking, "So, Tom, what do you do for a living?" Try asking something like, "Tell me what inspired you to pursue your career." Or, "What's been the most rewarding part of your journey so far?" Or even deeper than that, you know, what makes you smile when you wake up in the morning? When you show a genuine interest in others, they, they feel valued and they are more likely to open up, to share their experience and insights with you. And this is where the magic happens, people. This is where the magic happens in networking. Seriously, this curiosity not only makes your connection stronger, wait, just there you go. So, yeah, connection stronger. It also, enriches your understanding of the people around you, the world around you. People are wearing masks. Yeah, we know that by now. People are wearing masks to protect themselves. And if you make them feel safe, they will open up. And it will perhaps, be the beginning of a wonderful connections. You know, for me, people's stories are windows into different perspective, cultures, and experiences. So by being curious, listening more than you talk, yeah, listening more than you talk is so important. You learn more about people, you know more about what drives them, you know more about the challenges, what they have faced, and what they have learned along the way. So yeah, next time you networking, remember, be curious about other people's stories. Listen more. Be kind because, again, you never know what someone else is going through on the inside. Ask thoughtful questions and see how much meaningful your connection can become. Yeah? Yeah, so listen more than you talk. There we go. So now we're getting there, people. We're getting there. Golden tip number 4. Let's talk about one of the boldest, and I say it like really one of the boldest lessons my mother ever told me is ask for what you need. You have nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. One of the most powerful things you can do in life is to ask for what you need. Asking is not a weakness. Whether it's advice, help, or an opportunity, you never know who knows who or what doors might open. You never know. And as I told you in the introduction, so my mother was relentless in promoting my music career. You know, wherever she went, really, she was talking about my music, showing pictures, videos to the cashier, security guard, famous actors, politicians, strangers, everywhere, everywhere to everyone. And at first, at that time, I found it embarrassing. Come on, embarrassing. I couldn't understand why she was so persistent, why she was putting herself out there like that. But now I get it. I see it. I see the wisdom behind her approach. Asking is powerful because it shows initiative, a willingness to step out of your comfort zone. It's a way of telling to the universe that, to the world around you that, okay, I'm ready for this. Open the door. I'm ready. And if there isn't a door, let me create it. Let me create this door. So hear me out. I understand that most of the time we are afraid of rejection. Yeah. And here's the thing, the worst that can happen, it's a no. But even a no is just one step closer to a yes. Yeah. Every time you ask, you are opening yourself to new possibilities. You are making connections, learning from the process, and you're getting closer to your goals. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to ask, whether it's reaching out to someone for mentorship, for requesting an introduction, or pitching your idea to a potential collaborator. Ask, ask, ask. Remember, that you have nothing to lose. In fact, you have everything to gain. Yeah, you have everything to gain. And one day, the right door will open and someone will say, yes. So we're almost there. We are there actually. Golden tip number 5. Now that you have started building your network, what is important is to understand that this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. The real work lies in nurturing that network, in maintaining and growing those connections over time. You do, you just don't stop there. My mother always believed that your network is like a garden, and I think it's a wonderful image. You plant the seeds with genuine interest, water them with consistent communication, and you watch them grow into something beautiful. But just like any garden, it requires care and attention. Nurturing your network means reaching out, not just when you need something. Let me pause here because we all know about it. Okay? Let me pause and repeat. Nurturing your network means reaching out, not just when you need something, but regularly checking in. Yeah? It's really important. Celebrating milestones, offering support, you know. It's about being there for others, showing that you value the relationship for more than just what you can get out of it. And don't just take without giving. For example, if someone in your network achieves something great, take a moment to congratulate them. Sometimes we're just scrolling. Oh yeah, it's cool. Oh yeah, she done that. But no, stop for a moment and just take time to congratulate them. So for example, hi Sabra. Oh, I saw that you got promoted to this, yada yada. Congratulations. That's amazing. You deserve it. You know? And if you know it's their birthday, send them a quick message. It takes only a few seconds and it will mean the world to them. Who doesn't like receiving a birthday message? Yeah. So these small gestures go a long way in showing that you care. Caring is vital, really vital in networking. So picture this. A well nurtured network is one that will flourish and be there for you when you need it the most. It's not just about what you can take, but what you can give. When you put in the effort to nurture your connections, you will find that your network becomes a source of support, opportunities, and even friendship. So remember, beautiful people, building your network is just the first step. The real value comes from how you nurture it over time. So by now you have discovered the 5 golden tips given to me by my late mother, but it's not all. I have a bonus tips for you because I really found it to be quite insightful when it comes to networking. And yeah, so let's do that. Guys, that's the bonus tips. All truth are not worth saying. All truths are not worth saying. Believe me, and I struggled with that one, but if we can understand why and master the skill with tact and diplomacy, it will elevate our game and 10x our networking experience. This is really important because not everything needs to be said, even if it's true. I know it. I get it. It can be hard sometimes to stay quiet. But here's the thing, if you are anything like me, you get that there are times when it's wiser to hold back, especially if speaking up won't contribute positively to a situation. So what's the point? This doesn't mean you should compromise your ethics or beliefs. No, no, no. Doesn't mean that at all. Instead, it's about understanding the importance of timing and tact in communication. Knowing when to speak and when to let things go is it's an essential skill. In the context of networking, it's actually mm, preserving relationships. So there will be moments when you may have something to say that is true, but could potentially harm connections. So it's important to weigh the impact of your words. Yeah? Is it worth saying it? Will it add value or could it cause unnecessary friction? Always, always think about it. Life is it's a delicate balance, yeah, and sometimes silence can be as powerful as words. So by choosing your words carefully and knowing when to hold back, and you maintain the integrity of your relationships and you create a more positive, constructive environment. Okay, it doesn't mean you have to stay in a toxic connections. No, just use your judgment, consider the situation, and always aim to communicate in a way that strengthens rather than weakens your connections. So, yeah, here we go. You have five networking golden tips plus a bonus. Yeah. So, this is me. This is my free community, the Creative Web Society, where I help people to unleash their creativity, like I was saying at the beginning, their authenticity. We do creative works. We work also on your well-being. So if you want to learn more, if you want to have more creative tools for your business or for your professional, so we work with the 4 P's. What I call the 4 P's is your professional, your personal, your physical, and your psychological growth. I work on those four areas of your life. Yeah. And so, yeah, if you want to grow with me, feel free to join. You just connect with me. You send me even a DM on LinkedIn, and I will be more than happy to connect with you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. That was really wonderful. What hit me is about the connection. Like, try to tap with them just on the time that when you need them. So mostly, it's really the case. So anywhere you are, so it's actually the case. Like, they keep those wonderful network because they need something from them. Not really nurturing the connections or the
Exactly.
network for a much better benefit. But yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing that wonderful topic. We would like to open the questions. RJ, if you have anything in mind, you can actually open your mic for the other attendees as well. You can raise your hand so we can acknowledge one by one. If you have any questions with regards to the topic or additional inputs are open, definitely. Okay, no takers. All right, so I guess that was a very crisp and crystal. The information was delivered fantastically. And as you have seen on the previous screen, you can actually connect with Elizabeth um, any way you wanted on LinkedIn or other social media platform. Please do connect and shoot her a message. She's very responsive. And if you're willing to learn more about her business. All right. Anything else you'd like to promote coming up, Elizabeth?
No, no, no. That's it. You just join the community and you will have all the informations. We have a radio show every Sunday. We have actually, yes, if you are anywhere near London, I'm running a workshop, a public speaking workshop, where I use creative tool to actually unleash people's mojo, charisma, and to be able to speak to inspire. So yeah, it will be on Saturday, the 28th of September. So you have all the information in the community.
Already. All right. So thank you so much. And thank you for your wonderful work as well.
Thank
All
you
right.
very much for having me.
So let's move to the next topic that we have today. All right. Okay. For the next topic that we have today, we have commodity entrepreneurship. So this topic will offer insights into one of the most sought after commodities, uh, to sugar. In this session, our speaker will reveal how to unlock entrepreneurial opportunities in the sugar market without needing $1 million upfront investment. So, in this topic, we will discover how to strategically position yourself to secure lucrative deals and potentially generate a year's worth of income from a single transaction. So it's like whether you're a seasoned entrepreneur or just starting out, you'll gain actionable strategies to build a successful commodity business and capitalize on profitable opportunities in global market. And our speaker today for this topic is Mr. RJ Leo, who is the managing director of CapFix in Malaysia and the founding chairman of the Asia Africa Chamber of Commerce, a celebrated entrepreneur, sought after conference speaker, and best selling author. Also, an expert in agri commodity trading with deep knowledge and hands on experience in international market entry and development on Asia and Africa. His company is CapFix, runs a global commodity platform spanning 15 countries, specializing in sugar, soybean, and edible oils, backed by a trusted network of suppliers. And CapFix connects genuine buyers with suppliers across key markets, including China, Africa, and the Middle East, ensuring dependable trade transactions globally. And without further ado, here we present to you Mr. RJ Liu. You're on mute, sir.
Yes, can you see the PowerPoint?
Yeah, it's coming up. Yeah, yeah, you can
All right.
put it on slideshow.
Okay. Shall I start?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Okay. I'm not sure what the time zone that our participants are in. I think we're talking to US audience. So you're now noon time, but it's midnight here in Malaysia. What's the time now? 12:48, almost 1 a.m. in the morning. So this is what we look like in Kuala Lumpur, where I'm living, and quite near to this the world's tallest twin tower, right? Petronas Twin Tower. By tomorrow it'll be a very sunny day, right? This is how it could look like tomorrow your time, okay? Right? You can go to the beach, enjoy the beautiful beaches in Malaysia, right? Okay, so when Phil contacted me and asked me to share some topics that are of my interest, so I thought perhaps I can share with your audience about commodity. This is a very complex topic, so it's impossible for me to speak everything about commodities in 20 minutes. So I decided to choose one, and that's sugar, right? So this is the sugar industry that I'm going to talk about, and why I talk about the entrepreneurship and what's the relationship between them. This is what I'm going to share, right? A little bit about CapFix. We run a commodity platform. We connect genuine buyers with compatible suppliers in our platform, right? We facilitate sales and purchase processes, and our main selling markets are China, Africa, and the Middle East. We focus on sugar, soybean, and edible oils. Edible oils will include sunflower oils, rapeseed oils, and soybean oils. And these are the top 3 big oils in the world. Concurrently, I also run a mentorship program because when I run the platform, my team has been getting matured, so they don't need me anymore, so I have more time. So this year, I have launched my entrepreneurship mentorship to anybody who would like to learn about Asia and Africa. You can see me more in the LinkedIn using the name RJ Liao. And why Asia and Africa? I'm fortunate enough to sit in 2 of the biggest free trade area in the world currently. One is a regional comprehensive economy platform, and this is comprising of 15 countries, right? population 2.3 billion. And this is about almost 30% of the world's population and 30% of global GDP. So this is very significant. And we are here. You can see Malaysia here. This is West Malaysia. And this northern part of here is the East Malaysia. And we have to, we're also very fortunate to see in this African continental free trade area. This is the world's largest free trade area, comprising of 55 countries. Even though right now it's only contributing 3% of the world GDP, but it will grow very, very fast. And I've been very passionate and sharing a lot of my topics, Asia and Africa, in a lot of conferences. So why sugar? So this is important. So the market size, global market size is $66 billion business, and about in volume time is 186 million metric tons. Imagine sometimes you drive in the road, you can see there are those long containers, 20-footer containers, right? If you line up in one line, you take about 60 million kilometers, and it can circle the Earth more than one time. So this is a huge volume that we are consuming every year. And in Malaysia, Malaysia is one of the country that consume a lot of sugar among the Asian countries. And where do they get the sugar from? Is Brazil producing almost 80% of the global sugar production. 80%. So it's a huge so-called kitchen. Brazil is also called the kitchen of the world. Here, a lot of important commodities. Sugar is one of them. The next 2 and 3 are countries like India and Thailand, but they're distant 2 and 3. Okay, so it is a very complex topic to talk about commodity and what about sugar. And this is a big topic. So I like to zoom into one small section of the sugar industry, right? To be a seller for sugar is not easy because it requires big capital, right? And in Brazil, they are huge producer, millers who exporting sugar to all over the world, big time. And in US, you have Cargill, who is a very important trading arm, right, selling sugar as well. So today or tonight at my time, we are focused on what is your role as an intermediary. You see, intermediary, there are a lot of them. If you go to LinkedIn, there are probably millions of them, right? Everybody want to become the intermediaries. And most of them you can see are having a mindset just connecting buyer and seller. So their mindset is more the broker mindset or agent. But today, I'd like you to change your mindset. When you do not have big capital to start, change your mindset to an entrepreneur. So how do we do it? Why is it important in going to this sugar business? Years ago, before COVID, thanks to COVID is a very tragedy for the whole world, but it also gave me a game changer time. I think COVID is about 4 years ago, I think 2020 perhaps, right? Before that, I was always in the FMCG business, fast-moving consumer goods, meaning I sell personal care, cosmetics, right, to a country in Asia and Africa, and also sell food. I created a Malaysian first halal ready-to-eat Malaysian meals in Malaysia with the ambition to introduce Malaysian food to all over the world, right? But COVID came, it destroyed all my plans. So it's difficult to move food product and personal care product to all over the world. And because for food product and also personal care, we required product registration, right? Product testing, sending sample. So during COVID, this is all impossible. And the standard time to do lab test and get a product registration is 6 months. And COVID make it even longer, and it's almost impossible to trade anymore. So this is why I decided to think, what do I need to do? is in my background is in the fast-moving consumer goods. So I want to sell or market anything that consumer consume fast so that I can resell one more time to them, right? So I decided to go to the kitchen, right? Go to the kitchen. Anything in the kitchen is something that anybody, anywhere in the world, you must consume. Doesn't matter it's COVID time. And the custom will allow these commodities to fly through easily, right? So I decided to go to cooking oil first, and then I moved to sugar. Why sugar? Because I then realized that I have a lot more inquiry about sugar than the cooking oil. It's almost like 1 to 50 times faster and more. So I decided to learn more about sugar. And then I realized that in sugar business, right, you have a chance to make a single transaction, means a single order, and the order is usually on the 12-month basis. So what it means is that when you sign a contract, you virtually have a 12 months income if you're intermediaries. But now you wear the hat of entrepreneurs. You have 12-month incomes that are coming to your bank every month for the next 12 months. Why? Because you sign a contract for 12-month basis. And sugar quantity is large. For an average monthly quantity is about minimum 12,500. You see, for catfish, we focus on bulk selling, meaning we'll go to a minimum vessel quantity of 12,500 metric tons a month. But the standard requirement, right? Hot and the hot requirement for this volume is about 50,000 tons a month, easily. Assuming you're getting a $1 commission on a 50,000 metric ton a month, you'll get a 50,000 US dollars a month commission every month for the next 12 months. This is how attractive it is, right? Tonight, I'm not here to sell you a get-rich-fast scheme, but this is the reality of coming into the commodity business. I was regretted for not coming to this business fast. I've been selling food and personal care, where one 20-foot container will value about 20,000 or 30,000 US. So it's a big contrast. So thanks to COVID, it exposed me to a different world. But it's easy to say than done. There are always challenges in this takeout business, in any commodity business. As an intermediary, you have top 5 challenges, in my opinion, right? And there are many more, right? The list doesn't stop at number 5, right? Number 1, the buyer does not accept the standard operating procedure from the seller. This is number 1 killer. It killed the deal instantly, right? So as an intermediary, you have this biggest challenge. You need to always be able to elaborate and convince and explain why the SOP, the rationale behind the SOP from the seller. Because in this business, sugar business, and in all other commodity business, seller prevails, right? But this is a problem. The buyers always think that they give the money, they pay the money. Therefore, they have the right to say what they want. But in reality, it's not. But so this is always a conflict, and you'll kill any deal instantly. So as an intermediary, should we not able to communicate well and share and elaborate the rationale behind the SOP to the buyer? That's it. End of story. Second thing is, sometimes buyer and seller, they are not financially ready, or they have a weak banks. You see, in the commodity business, especially sugar, it comes in big volume. For example, the 50,000 metric tons a month average, plus multiply with the current market selling price around 400 US dollars, $380 to $420 is a big number. So the seller will require the buyer to use a top 50 to 100 banks, so that it gives the assurance to receive the money every month whenever to ship, right? But not all buyer will have the solid bank to do. So this is another big challenge. Without this matching, you can't deal. And number three, this is all down to human being, right? A lot of time, because this is a lucrative business, there'll be millions, I think, or thousands of intermediaries or individual participating in this commodity business, wanted to share, to get a pie in this big sharing of the commission. And therefore, you have diverse background of people, different culture, different experience, and different education level. So this is sometimes a major thing, right? Apart from the seller and buyer issue, the intermediary in between the buyer and seller will also kill your business, because they just cannot comprehend what you're talking about, or they do not understand, or worse, they apply their ego or judgment on certain matters. So it makes the whole discussion almost impossible to proceed, right? Sometimes also the working culture in the West, most likely you don't work on Saturday and Sunday. But in the East, we work every day or 8 days a week, 30 hours a day. So this is a crash in a working culture, and you create a lot of unnecessary tension. Number four is very important, the poor communication and mediation skills. You see, the mediation skills in commodity business is very important. We, as an intermediary, we really need to have this skill to meditate or to mitigate all those conflicting interests among the groups. And this is very, very tough. Number three and number four are more human being related. So, but unfortunately, they create a big mountain, right, between success and failure. And number five is being intermediary. Sometimes we become greedy or become anxious because one deal will take some time to happen, right? It can easily take 3 months, easily, from signing an SPA to shipment, easily 3 months. So intermediaries sometimes will get anxious because in these 3 months, there are no food on the table. So they get anxious. So then they tend to do a lot more other commodities, and that lost focus. Eventually, you get nothing, right? Because you're not being focused, you're not being able to go down to the detail and get the thing finalized. So this is a doppelsub. Everything is a failure. But we need to maintain positive, right? Very, very important. Despite all the challenges, right? We need to maintain the mindset to prepare for success. I always believe success occurs when opportunity meets preparation, right? If the opportunity comes and you're not prepared, you don't get anything. But you keep preparation, but if this opportunity did not come, you need to go somewhere where the opportunity exists, right? So what do? I offer 6 important factors to consider to prepare for success. Number 1, we need to be focused and be an expert. We cannot do everything. You see, after 4 years, in the first 3 years, I do one thing only, and that's sugar. You know, in sugar, there are many different types of sugars, but only do one sugar. Icunsa 45, the white sugar, always you use in your coffee on the table. I do it for 3 years running, only one. I just being very, very focused, right? And lately, I added soybean because I like to have, now is a good time to add a second leg. Because in any business, it is very risky to have only one leg. Therefore, I increase one more leg, and this is soybean. And recently, I activate back the edible oil. So I have 3 legs. So make the business and the platform a little bit more stable, right? But I would like to be expert in those 3 areas. I wouldn't go to gold. I'm going to go to EN590, gas, forget about it. Only these 3 for the time being, right? All of us as an intermediary or as an entrepreneur, we need to be able to respond to messages or to Zoom fast and prompt and communicate well. There are a lot of time I see, just too many time, the intermediary or the entrepreneurs, they came to Zoom, they off the camera, but it defeats the purpose. You see, in this world of commodity, it's full of scammers. So you need to show your face to the buyer and to the seller who you are. My camera is always on, even though we are 10 people in a group and my camera is always on. I want everybody to see me in my face, let them read my facial expression and read my body language. This is very, very important, right? Number 3, very important, you need to be patient and control temper. I can guarantee you, no matter how good your temper is, personality is, after 3 months, you'll be a very, hot boiler person, because you just brought down by all the unnecessary disruption or distraction by anybody else, right? The seller, the buyer, the intermediaries that you need to fight every day, right? The buyers always put pressure on you. The seller doesn't care about you, right? So you need to be very patient to mitigate all these challenges, right? So what I do is always that we need to increase our success probabilities. So when we have so many challenges, so we need to do something within our capabilities, our control. And what is that? And that is increase our success probabilities. How to do it? We create more orders. I work harder, right? For example, when we had a team of 5 people, right? Most of the seller only allowed one intermediary, or so-called the mandate, to do only one order at a time. But for me, in my platform, I encourage my partner. I have 17 of them across 15 countries. I encourage them to go for minimum 3 orders each, because if I force you to go to only 1 order per person, then I'm being naive. What it means that I think your order will definitely success, 100% success, which is impossible, right? By having 3 orders, at least you have 30% or 33% success chance, right? So we need to be able to do more so that we increase our probabilities. Therefore, we can reduce our tension, right? We can be communicate better, and we can be more focused, because it's all about sugar, soybean, and edible oil only. Walk away and pick yourself up. This one, in my initial first 2 years, I find it very, very difficult to do, because we wanted the orders so much that because they will give me 12 months income with one single deal, right? We become very anxious. So when we come to the last stage of the SOP, the standard operating procedure, and it collapsed, it is a heartbreak, right? Lightning strike. It is a very difficult to pick up again. But we have to, because when the deal cannot go on further, we need to walk away. There's no need to cry, right? To make yourself down. You need to pick yourself up and look at the next deal, right? Because now you have 3 orders together, that you increase your success probabilities. So you do not need to rely on only one deal, which will give you a lot of pressure. And this is number 6 is important. I noticed that there are a lot of intermediaries or the entrepreneurs, when they go on certain work, they only do on one job only, right? And this is risky sometimes, especially on the commodities, because it takes so long, right? Minimum 3 months to get your first commission, right? But some deal even take 6 to 9 months, never close, because of all the factors, all the challenges that I mentioned just now. So I really encourage whoever come to this business, you need to have a second income along you to support your financial needs. Okay, getting started. Commodity business is not about 100. It's not a 100-meter race. Never. It's a marathon, right? It's long road ahead, right? And commodity business is not for everybody, right? You need to see whether I have shared with you the challenges. I share with you what do you need to prepare for successes. So if you cannot comprehend those things, it's not for you, right? So where do you start, right? If you have nothing, it's sort of a ground zero. Perhaps you can LinkedIn is one way to look at. Of all the social medias that I try, LinkedIn is the most ideal platform for you to start. Of course, LinkedIn nowadays, they have too many people and too many weird people sometimes. They're not really in your business, but it's still a good way to start, right? Start linking, look for the trade groups, look for commodity groups, or look for food business, join the group and watch how what's happening, what's on offer, contact them and learn from there, right? The other thing is maybe I can ask for referrals, right? Referrals is a very powerful selling skill because through referral, you normally get a genuine buyer or the seller side. Or the other thing is join a trusted commodity platform. So that you can tell the platform owner, tell them, I'd like to participate, how do I start? Okay. And the last thing is get a mentor, right? Because mentor is a person who's been there already and are doing that physically. So they will know the failures and the success story. And they can share with you the mistakes so that you can save at least a 1 year time to get to your first commission. Okay. This is my biggest warning to all of you now listening in. In commodity business, they're full of scammers. So you need to be very, very careful with who you're speaking to, who you thought are genuine buyers, or who you thought are genuine sellers. So you need to be very careful because your reputation is at stake, right? Ask them, what do they do? And get more evidence. Go to the website to visit them and go to the linking to see who they are, right? You need to stay vigilant all the time, and you cannot be too naive, right? If full of scammers, you must imagine yourself. Commodity business is a sea of shark, right? This is how dangerous it is. All right. Okay. I share about 20 minutes now. I need to probably give more time to any question they have. And anybody who like to get to know about us, you can always come to this website and connect with us. And find me, RJ Liao, in my LinkedIn and connect with me as well. I'm happy to share my experience and my views. Thank you very much.
What a very interesting topic that being shared today with this webinar. Like commodity, it's really good. Like it's like some curiosity pops out my mind definitely. Like um was the question I was thinking. So for like the person who starts like ground zero, like you already mentioned that they can search the both the sellers and the buyers on LinkedIn. If I'm understanding that correctly, right?
Yeah. Yes, that's right. I think LinkedIn is probably still the most feasible platform to get started.
I see. All right. Yes, we are giving the room to our attendees to ask questions or provide additional inputs or anything that you are curious about. Feel free to open your mic or you just type it on chat. Yeah. I'm checking YouTube if there are any questions. Okay. So there's one thing I have in mind actually. Like say for example, currently a student. You said the commodity business doesn't take that much of initial capital, right? Or you can just basically just do the contacting. So you're not really putting any showman money at all, right? So it's pure, or is it necessary?
Is it in the commodity business? There are many stakeholders, right? So intermediary is the best entry point for anybody who would like to have would like to participate in this is the business. You do not need to put in any capital, actually, right? You just need to find a way to connect the seller and the buyer, but you need to have some capital to put food on your table during that long journey, right? Because not everybody have a chance to secure a genuine buyer and had a blessing to get to the real seller, right? And in between, you need to pray very hard that you do not being blocked by different diverse completely conflicting background, mandates or selling mandate or buyer mandate. So there are a lot of challenges. So if you have all those things even up and you manage them, if you have all the blessing in time, you do not really need any capital to start.
Mhm. So how is the competition? There is like really a large pool of sellers as well. Like, how is the competition and how does it really challenge the intermediaries?
You see, in the world, they are, in fact, in Brazil, if I'm not wrong, there are about 2,000 overproducers in Brazil alone. Sugars, I'm talking about sugar, so there's a lot, right? So there are a lot of producers, but not all producer or millers, they wanted to deal with you, right? So they want to deal with a big company like Coca-Cola directly, right? And some of the big reseller or trading company where they buy and then they sell, right? So these are the different buying plan. So, and LinkedIn, you will see a lot of mandates, right? Mandates are the people or individuals are people who been so-called authorized or entrusted by the reseller to look for buyer, right? So in this case, when you have the seller, then you'll be able to offer it. It's how you're going to find your buyer to buy. And the buyer in the very beginning, I think most of the time, the easier way to start is you look for another people in your networking. In fact, just now, where what Elizabeth had just sharing is very useful for anybody who like to go into the commodity business. You need to be able to network, right? And do not afraid to ask, to ask, right? Who do you have the buyer? Who do you have the seller? And this is how you start connecting people and start the potential business together.
Definitely. So, like the topics are linked definitely because the networking that you do will definitely help you a lot in especially also here in the being intermediary in commodity business, right?
Yes,
So finding the good group of people or the network will give you that commission that you're looking for. Well,
that's
thank you
right.
so much for that one. So I really love to learn more or learn further, but yeah, the time constrains us. So if anyone wanted to um, learn more as well as much as I do, you can send a connection invite to Sir RJ Leo on LinkedIn. So just how exactly it is shown on screen. So RJ and then LIOW, and yeah, you'll be able to send a connection invite and a message as well. So we don't see any questions so far, but yeah, hoping there will be private messages to both our speakers after this. If there are any, you can just shoot them a message. They are very responsive. Anything else coming up in the future, sir, in your with your company? Do you have free seminars or webinars as well? Anything you'd like to promote, Sir RJ?
Sorry. Oh, all right. From my side, no. I'll be very busy with my platform. So we are facilitating the buyer and the seller. But I do look forward to speak to come to US soil sometime, right? To really go there to speak because so far my speaking engagement has been in Asia and Africa. But who know one day I'll be able to speak in the stage on US soon. Thank you.
Yes, definitely. So, yeah, we'll definitely look forward to that. And yeah, for those who will be seeing this recorded session, you can help our guest speakers have more speaking engagements, definitely, and have this informations or topics be shared to more people by sharing the content to your social media platform. So that would be great to happen. So I guess this concludes today's Zipinar. So really great topics and wonderful topics. So I didn't expect they are both stranger to each other, but the topics are interconnected, and
Yes,
we have
that's right.
actually gained wonderful insights today. So it's a great session. Thank you so much for both speakers that we have, Elizabeth and Sir RJ. And we will invite you again next Wednesday. So we will bring you 2 new topics and 2 new guest speakers. And it's the same time, 12 noon to 1 p.m. Eastern time. So be sure to be there and yeah, bring others along and gain free knowledge. Our Zoom is free access. Our YouTube is free as well. So anyhow you want it, it's free knowledge. So just take it and make use of it. All right. So again, my name is Phil, and this is an initiative from Cogent Integrated Business Solutions. If you want more information, you can visit www.letustalkit.com and yeah, shoot this information there. All right. So again, thank you so much, everyone, and this is the end for today's Zipinar. Take care and keep safe as always. All the best, everyone. Bye for now.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you,
Thank you.
Phil.
Thank you.
Bye, Elizabeth. Take
Bye.
care. Bye.